Hey guys, this is Austin. Say hello to the Positron. With the absolute best bang for the buck graphics card out there, a quad-core processor and top-notch SSD, all wrapped up in one of my favorite new cases, the Positron is definitely the little brother of the $4,000 Electron. For a full ATX chassis, it's actually fairly small, but take a look inside and there's plenty of room for future upgrades. With a white and black color scheme, a few hints of blue here and there, and a big window to show the entire build off, the Positron looks like no other PC out there. It's got the performance to back it up too. While you can definitely play games at 1080p with the Positron, what it's really aimed at is maxing games out at 1440p. Jump into Grid Autosport, one of my favorite racing games on PC, and even on ultra settings at 1440p, you'll still be pulling in just under 90 frames per second. Move over to Battlefield 4, and we're still getting rock solid performance with 56 FPS at 1440p. Metro Last Light Redux is an upgraded version of the already excellent Last Light, and here we're still getting over 54 frames per second on very high settings. A new addition to my benchmarks is Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, a game that's not only quite a bit of fun, but it also looks fantastic. With the optional Ultra Texture Pack installed, the Positron is still capable of a frame rate in the mid-50s. Powering everything is an Intel Core i5-4460 CPU. For around $200, this is the best processor out there, with a quad-core design based on Intel's Haswell architecture. It might only be clocked at 3.2 GHz, but don't let that fool you. This packs a serious punch and can easily keep up with our graphics card. The real heart of the build is the EVGA GTX 970. With 4GB of memory and Nvidia's excellent new GM204 GPU under the hood, this outperforms most of the highest end cards out there at a far more reasonable $350. A big chunk of our budget is spent on the 970, and it is 100% worth it. Not only can it easily handle 1440p gaming, but it's not even that power hungry. It's kind of insane to think that you can get a graphics card this powerful on a $1,000 build. For the motherboard, we've got an MSI H97 Guard Pro. This is a full ATX board with support for CPUs up to a Core i7, 6 SATA 3 ports as well as an M2 slot for an onboard SSD, along with 6 USB ports on the back panel, including 4 USB 3.0. On the memory side, the Positron is using 8GB of Corsair Vengeance RAM clocked at 1600 MHz. This is really all you need for gaming right now, and while I'm usually not a fan of big heat sinks, the blue nicely matches the rest of the build. On top of that, you can easily add another 8GB of RAM to the Positron if you ever want to upgrade. An SSD is a must for a build like this, so we've got a 256GB Crucial MX100. These are my favorite SSDs at the moment. Not only are they about as fast as it gets for a SATA drive, but the fact that you can pick up a 256GB SSD for around $100 is hard to argue with. Like the memory, you can also easily add another MX100 if you really want to go overkill on the SSDs. We've also got a 1TB Western Digital Blue hard drive. While SSDs are perfect for installing Windows and your programs on, a hard drive makes a lot of sense for storing your normal files, and it can be nicely hidden away in the basement of the case. For the power supply, the Positron uses a 600-watt Corsair CX600. I use CX series supplies in my builds all the time because they're dead reliable and can easily handle even a powerful build like this. This also goes into the basement of the case. It attaches to the bracket and slides in to be completely hidden. To put this all together, we've got the NZXT S340. Unlike normal ATX cases, it ditches the front-mounted drive cages, which shortens the chassis as well as lets you show off all of your parts with the built-in window. The SSD mounts nicely show off your drives, and the cable management is outstanding for a case at this price point. You can get it in white or black, but I think the white really pops with the black interior and top panel with dual USB 3.0. Now if you thought I liked the GTX 970, well, you would be right, but I also really like the S340. NZXT really nailed the balance between price, performance, and looks. The Positron is hands down my favorite build I've ever done. Not only does it look awesome, but being able to max games at 1440p at nearly 60 frames per second is insane for $1,000. As always, I'll have links to all the parts I use in the description over on my website, so definitely go check it out. Anyway, I've got to give a big shout out to Squarespace for making this video possible. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create your own professional website or online store. I've been recommending Squarespace for a long time because it really is dead simple. There's no need to learn how to code or anything like that. It just works. There are tons of great looking templates to choose from that let you drag and drop content right in, and they all work great on a phone, tablet, and computer automatically. It starts at just $8 a month, however for a free trial head over to squarespace.com/Austin. When you decide to sign up, be sure to use the offer code Austin at checkout to get yourself 10% off and let them know I sent you. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching and I will catch you in the next one.